Join me as I dive deep into the mystery of whether Jesus secretly wrote a letter to a king, and see if I can uncover the hidden message. In this video, we will explore the fascinating idea that Jesus might have written a letter to a king, uncovering the hidden messages and implications behind this potential correspondence. The idea that Jesus might have written a letter to a king is certainly intriguing, but it's essential to acknowledge the challenges we face in verifying its authenticity. After all, we're dealing with historical events that occurred over 2,000 years ago, and the lack of concrete evidence makes it difficult to separate fact from fiction. One of the primary issues we encounter is the scarcity of reliable historical documentation from that time period. Many ancient texts have been lost or destroyed over the centuries, leaving significant gaps in our understanding of historical events. This lack of documentation makes it challenging to confirm or deny the existence of a letter from Jesus to a king. Furthermore, even if we had access to more ancient texts, it's crucial to acknowledge the potential biases and agendas that might have influenced the writers of those documents. This means that we must approach any historical account with a critical eye and consider multiple perspectives before drawing conclusions. When we examine the accounts of Jesus' life and ministry, we do find instances where he interacted with people from various social classes, including those in positions of power. However, there's no direct mention of him writing a letter to a king. This absence of evidence doesn't necessarily prove that such a letter didn't exist, but it does highlight the need for a more nuanced understanding of the historical context in which Jesus lived. By examining the socio-political landscape of that time, we might gain insights into the possibilities of such a letter being written and its potential implications. Delving into the context of the time, it's essential to recognize that Jesus' ministry took place during a period of significant political upheaval. The Roman Empire, which was the dominant power in the region, exerted considerable influence over the Jewish people and their leaders. Kings and rulers often had to navigate complex webs of alliances and rivalries, making it a challenging environment for anyone looking to send a message that might be perceived as subversive or threatening. If Jesus did write a letter to a king, it's likely that he would have done so with the intention of conveying a message that was both spiritual and practical. He might have sought to influence the king's decisions, encouraging him to adopt policies that were more just and compassionate towards his people. In this context, a letter from Jesus could have had significant implications for the king and his kingdom. It might have influenced the king's treatment of his subjects, potentially leading to reforms or changes in policy. Moreover, such a letter could have also served as a way for Jesus to establish a connection with the king, opening up new avenues for communication and cooperation. By understanding the complexities of the time, we can better appreciate the potential motives behind a letter from Jesus to a king. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence supporting the idea of a secret letter is the mention of a mysterious document in an ancient text. This text, which has been largely overlooked by historians, describes a letter written by Jesus to a king in which he implores the ruler to adopt a more compassionate approach towards his subjects. While the authenticity of this text is still a topic of debate, it does offer a fascinating glimpse into the possibility of such a letter existing. Moreover, the language and tone used in the text resonate with the message of love and compassion that Jesus preached throughout his ministry. As we examine this ancient text more closely, we begin to see how it connects to key events in history. The language used in the letter is reminiscent of the sermons Jesus delivered during his ministry, emphasizing the importance of treating others with kindness and respect. Furthermore, the timing of the letter coincides with a period of significant upheaval in the region, suggesting that Jesus might have seen it as an opportunity to influence the king's decisions and mitigate the suffering of his people. While the evidence is intriguing, it's essential to recognize that it's still a topic of debate among historians and scholars. However, by considering the socio-political landscape of the time and the potential motives behind such a letter, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of Jesus' ministry and the impact he had on history. In conclusion, the idea of Jesus secretly writing a letter to a king is a fascinating one that invites us to explore the hidden messages and implications behind this potential correspondence. While the lack of concrete evidence makes it challenging to confirm its authenticity, the exploration of the context and potential motives behind such a letter offers valuable insights into the life and ministry of Jesus. If you found this exploration intriguing, be sure to check out our other videos on historical mysteries and share your thoughts in the comments below.